Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. I am Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, your leadership specialist, wealth mentor, author of a few books, but most importantly, your friend. And so I welcome you here. I thank you so very, very much for being involved and being connected. And so welcome to the show, guys. For those of you on the podcast platforms out there, and those of you who are residing in various countries around the world, I do appreciate you. I really, really do. And so what we're going to do, what we're going to do on tonight is definitely get started and go live on Facebook. And so what I'm going to quickly do, what I am going to quickly do is we're actually going to get started on Facebook. I'm pulling up an app because I want to share some stats. Okay, I do want to share some stats as to our reach so that people see how, the countries, those of you who have been involved from India, the United States, Australia, United Kingdom, Colombia, Japan, Nigeria, Finland, Malaysia, Mexico, and many other places. And so what we're going to do now is we're going live on Facebook. So please stand by. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's everyone doing on tonight? Good evening, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. For those of you in the UK, I know it's the wee hours in the morning when we're doing this live stream, especially for those of you in Nigeria, so you all may be catching a replay of this. And so listen, welcome everyone to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm excited to be here. I am Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, your leadership specialist, your wealth mentor, author of a few books, But most importantly, out of all that I've shared, I am your friend. And so I welcome you here to the show. Excited to be here. This show goes live every single night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the purpose of the show really is to empower leaders like yourself, because you are a leader. So empowering you with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. And so I welcome you here to the show. I'm extremely humbled to be able to share some information with you by way of this stream. And so I'm excited. And so listen, there are several ways to be involved with the show. First of all, you can like or love the stream. Those of you who are seeking to enhance yourself as a leader, which is what we should be doing every single day, right? And then those of you who are truly seeking to grow your income, like you're trying to figure out a better way. You want to be able to make money while you sleep. You want to be able to have money coming in consistently. You're in the right place. And I share with you some tips and strategies and tools to connect to so that you would be able to do that. And so again, welcome. Like or love the stream. Go ahead and share below in the comment section what city, what state, what country you are tuning in from. I've seen that there are a few of you from the Philippines, those of you from Greece, those of you from the Netherlands. All around the world, tune into the show, and I appreciate you. Those of you throughout Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, many of you from Africa, I appreciate you, family. I thank you so very much. And so also, listen, you can type your questions and your thoughts below as well. Interact with one another. Engage, We are a family. Also, lastly, share this out. Be a blessing. Share this onto your timelines, groups, fan pages, wherever you feel led to sharing this. And so I'm going to do that in a second. But before I go ahead and share, I want to share with you my screen, and hopefully you can see it. I could very well share my screen, my phone screen, but I'm just going to do it the old school way. And I'm going to share with you a couple of countries that this particular show is reaching. Look at that. And hopefully you can see the places there. You got India, the United States, Australia. Australia. Look at that. We'll bring it over some more. Colombia, Japan, Nigeria, Finland, Malaysia, Mexico. There are quite a few people who are tuning in by way of the podcast. And so I wanted to share that with you because God is expanding the borders, the listenership the listening audience of this particular brand and show. And so I appreciate those of you who have been sharing it out. This is what we are accomplishing together. We're reaching more people together. And so before I dive in, I, again, like to do what I asked you to do, which is sharing it. So I'm going to share it amongst some of my business colleagues. And so for all of my wealth building family members out there, ahoo! Ahoo! I'm extremely excited, pumped up. Many of you know why we're pumped up and excited. I'm going to explain to you why in a few moments as well. But let me go ahead and share this thing out before I get too excited and then I forget. Okay? And I'll share it to a few other places after we're done. But I want to talk to all of my fellow family members in the network marketing industry. Those of you who may be online marketers, you are affiliate marketers, independent reps. Okay, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I had a discussion, with my husband this evening, and we were talking about, when we were coming up as kids. He was raised in New York, and I was raised in New Jersey, okay, northern New Jersey, right outside of the city. And so we were talking about coming up and whether, how we were raised and what we were raised to do, go to school, graduate, and, get good grades, which we all did. We were following what our parents really recommended for us to do. And then we were thinking about, of course, college, because that's what they said the next step was. And so we went to college. Yes, I went to college. I went to Penn State. All right. Graduated from Penn State with not one, but 2 degrees. Okay. I'll explain more about that probably another day. Okay. What that actually means. Because when you go to school, you're preparing yourself to work for someone else. That's what the educational system is geared to prepare you for. To work for someone else and help to fulfill their dreams or their mission. There's nothing wrong with that for a short period of time, but if you stay on plantation, if you stay on that job, okay, are you truly carrying out your dream? Or are you carrying out somebody else's dream? And I know that's not the topic for tonight, but I want you to think about that, because for those of you who are parents, whether you have children who are still in school or whatnot, think about the choices that you are not giving your children. The choices. Your lack of deciding and perhaps lack of education on certain topics causes your children not to have options. To force them to remain in that mold of doing what the common individual does, do what the government wants most people to do. And so you want to put yourself in a better position where you give your kids options. And we're going to talk about more options. But I'm telling you, when we were coming up, we didn't have all those options. They weren't educated enough to know and let us know that these are some options, because they went a certain way. It was expected that we would follow the same path. And that's just the general path. There are other people in our family members who are doing other things, but they didn't stress that because they didn't support that. There are other family members who are entrepreneurs, but they didn't necessarily support entrepreneurship. And so here's what I really want to talk to you about for those of you who are how many of you out there are home-based business owners? Go ahead and say home-based business, or say business. It really just depends on how you want to say it. I know it's a lot of words. Home-based business owner, network marketer, whichever way you want to say it. Go ahead and reply below. Let me know how many of you are business owners. Because the truth of the matter is, when you enter this industry of network marketing, most companies give you the option as to whether you want to share an opportunity with someone or not. Okay. And then also it depends on the model provided through that company as to whether individuals can plug into or register at a fee or no fee. Okay. So it could either be a fee, several options, okay, or no fee at all. So many of you may have been given that question by prospects. Does it cost to get involved? How many of you have been given that question? You were asked that question several times. Does it cost anything to get involved? Now, the general mindset when someone asks you this question, the first thing that comes to mind is this. Are you seeking to be involved and do something for free and expect some amazing results? Now, here is what I come to understand about free 99. Let's talk about free 99 for a moment. Let's say you were going down the street and you got a debit card, it's in your wallet, or it's in your pocketbook, your purse, whatever it is, you're going down the street. And so I'm going to act like my laptop right here is the ATM. I want money, please. Can I have some money? Can I have some cash? Cash, please. The ATM is not going to give you any cash. Now, why is that? You didn't put anything in it. You did not do anything. You were just, I would like some money, please. Okay. And the ATM is saying, well, I need you to put something in me, please. So I can give you something out. And that's the same when you come across any opportunity. Anyone that asks you a question, they're questioning whether they have to put something in it in order to receive something out. They want to receive something without putting something in. Here's what I know to be true, and some of you probably are going to agree with me on this, is that whatever you put in or fail to put in is going to be a reflection of what your harvest is going to be. If you want a big harvest, how many seeds are you sowing? If you don't sow anything, how are you expecting a harvest? How are you expecting to have a bountiful harvest if you haven't sown bountifully? So, when someone asks you the question, you can answer truthfully and say, well, either you can register for free or there are several options to choose from. But please understand the mindset behind that question. Does it cost something to get involved? When you enter this field of entrepreneurship, one thing that I've been taught several times by different mentors is that the mindset behind entrepreneurship should be one of value versus cost. Value versus cost. Look at the value of a thing versus how much does that cost? Because how much does that cost indicates that you believe that there may not be much value there, because you may make a decision and say, no, I don't want that because it costs too much. Here is what I do understand about this common question is that it's going to cost you based on the decision you failed to make. Are you going to think about this opportunity in terms of whether it's going to be the best vehicle to fulfill my dreams? Or are you thinking about what it's going to take or require from you? The truth of the matter is, how big is your dream? Does it even matter how much you have to put in or invest? Because your dream should be worth whatever the investment is. It should not even matter what that particular cost or seed would be. It should not matter, okay? And if that opportunity is free to register for, why haven't you registered? You registered for Amazon. You registered for Facebook, right? Okay, did you ask Facebook how much it cost? Did you ask Amazon how much it cost? Did you ask Amazon how much it cost? In most cases, you did not. You registered. Okay, you registered. And so my point here tonight is this. Think about opportunities in terms of the result that it can bring you, whether it's free to register or it's $299 or $499 or $149. It should not even matter. Okay, because the truth of the matter is, can I just be transparent? When individuals want a thing badly, when you truly want something, you're going to figure out, how can I get what I need so that I can get what I want? You're going to find out what you need to do, even if it means selling something in your house. You're going to do what's necessary so that you can get what you want. For example, I wanted my children to have options. I want my children to have an amazing lifestyle. Okay, for my husband and I, this is many years ago, for my husband and I to have an amazing lifestyle. And so we made decisions then, and the fruit of those decisions is starting to manifest now. Our children, many of you heard me say this, our children who are ages 4 and 8 will never need to work a job. Now, I'm not saying this again to brag, But think about this in terms for yourself. Do you want your children to have to work, to survive, to live? We don't even know what the future is going to even look like. But do you want to put your children in a position where they have to work? Okay, well, maybe the answer is no. You want to give your children options. You don't want to put them in a position where they have to work. Fine. So whatever opportunity that's been presented to you, look at whether it can get you to your finish line, help you to achieve your goals, and how fast it can do that as well. And so for all of you who are viewing right now, I want to ask you this next question as I prepare to wrap up. What's in your wallet? I did a presentation today, and that was an important question that I asked everybody who was on that Zoom platform is what is in your wallet? Because what is in your wallet would either bring your dream closer to you so that you can fulfill your dream, or it's going to repel your dream away from you. What's in your wallet? Do you have cash? And of course, I don't have cash to kind of show you, but you know what paper looks like with some ink on it, right? You know what cash looks like. That's the government's money. That's what they assign a value to. It's fiat, what they declare the value to be. Okay? And so do you have that, which is actually decreasing in value? It's actually a debt note. Do you have debt that you're accumulating in a bank? And believe it or not, it doesn't belong to you once you put it in there. But anyhow, right? Are you accumulating cash that's decreasing in value? Or do you have assets like silver, right? Or perhaps assets like this, like gold, Do you have that? Or maybe you have a digital wallet, and this is just a representation, a symbol of it. Remember, cryptocurrency is digital, so you can't see it, but this is a replica of Bitcoin, okay? A replica of Ethereum, okay? Of Ethereum, right? What do you have in your wallet? I have a digital wallet. I have a physical wallet, okay? What are you holding? Are you holding on to liabilities, right? Or are you accumulating assets that will rise in value so that you can build wealth and have the lifestyle that you desire and give your children the option to have a better lifestyle as well? And so right now, my fellow wealth builders and I, we have a tool, a resource, a system that's helping us to actually get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum instantaneously. Okay, you don't have to wait. You get paid instantly 24/7. And you can be in position to do that for yourself. You can be resting and actually generating Bitcoin as currency because it's cryptocurrency. And you can continually have Bitcoin coming into your digital wallet several times a day. You can do that. See, we have a tool that does that. And all you would need to do is register for free. Name, address, okay? Name and address for the most part. And so for those of you who do want to gain some residual in the form of cryptocurrency, I encourage you to reply Bitcoin below. Reply Bitcoin below. And if you're watching this on somebody else's timeline, get with them, inbox them and say, Bitcoin, please. Bitcoin, please. And I'm quite sure they're going to know what you mean. So for those of you, you're watching on my timeline, you want to gain some residual. You want to be paid in Bitcoin versus having to necessarily buy it. And here is the truth of the matter. Registration is free, but there are certain things, if you want to speed up the process and take advantage of rewards, okay, and membership plans, you can look at that as well. It's really up to you. Nothing is required. And so I appreciate you for being here tonight with me during this Leadership TKO live night show. Remember, during this show, you're going to be educated about money, what money is, the different variations of income, and how you can start gaining residual income for yourself. And so we appreciate you. I thank you so very much. Be sure now to stay tuned because tomorrow at 7:30, we will be back. We will be back. Lord willing, we will be back. And so until then, I do want to encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone. God bless, and have a great, great day.